Hello everybody, it's Allison Henderson with Moving Image Consulting, and this is one of our videos in the Networking Ninja series. And today I'm going to share with you what I think is the best way to plan and practice your introductions. And that is with note cards. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to have the ability to quickly change up your 30-second introduction. There are times when it needs to be shorter or longer. There are certain networking groups that you go to repeatedly, and you want to make sure that you're not saying the same thing every time. And it's good to have a quick reference. And writing things down on note cards is the way to do it. You write down a different piece of your 30 seconds on each card. You write down what you do on one card. Make it a sentence. Try to make it short and sweet. Nobody has been upset at a short introduction. We get bored and we start to wonder. Our brains go, when is this person going to stop talking when they go on too long? What you do, who you do it with, a client story or a tip for your audience, perhaps something that sets you apart. This is one of the things that's really important if there are multiple people in the room who do the same thing that you do. If you are an entire group of attorneys, let's say, this is where I see it a lot, attorneys like to network with attorneys, and there may be 3 attorneys in the room who do real estate law or who do accidents or who work with seniors on malpractice in nursing homes, things like that. There may be multiple people that technically do what you do. How do you do it differently? Why are you different? Maybe it's a statistic. Maybe there's an award that you recently won. Put all of those things on different little note cards, and then you just mix them up, depending on the event. And it's kind of like Garanimals, if you remember that from years gone by. That clothing line for kids where the dog went with the shirts, went with the dog pants, or the lion or the giraffe or the elephant. That was how you could mix and match, and you knew that this series of clothing was all meant to go together. This is the same thing. You take different versions of what it is that you do, maybe for different audiences, and you pick out the one that is appropriate for the networking group that you're going to, and you put them in a little pile, how you think you're going to do it today, and then you practice it. Practice, 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 everybody. I'm not saying you even have to practice in front of a mirror, but have these with you when you're on the train. Go through it in your mind. If you're in the car, say it out loud. Say it over and over and over again. Time yourself. Try to make sure that you're getting it in that 30 seconds to a minute. If you know this is a group that times you, you don't want to be the one that the timer goes off on. You want to make sure that that you're in that time frame, because you don't want to be, I didn't get it all in. That just deflates you at the end of your 30 seconds or minute or 2 minutes or whatever it is. And as we mentioned already, nobody gets upset if your introduction is shorter rather than longer. This is a way to help you be succinct and powerful and tell them really what you want them to know, rather than winging it off the top of your head when you get there. Okay, this may not seem like it had a whole lot to do with your nonverbal behavior, but when you have planned and you have practiced, you will be more confident, and your nonverbals will reflect that. You won't get up with a, okay, it's my turn, all this wandering around before you start. Or you won't necessarily put your eye roll up to the top of your head because you're trying to think of what to say next, or you're reading it in your mind somewhere. I see that happen. Or people get so far and then they literally blank out. They forget what they're going to say, and then they have this moment. If you've practiced it and you've used your note cards, you will probably have less of those distracting words as well. You won't have as many likes, you knows, so's, anything that you happen to do that might be distracting. That was a lot for today. Networking Ninjas is all about being strategic, and this is one of the ways to make you super strategic. And it's easy. It's something that you should be sharing with everybody in your office so that everyone goes out and becomes more like a networking ninja. Check us out, Moving Image Consulting, 630-234-1392, or online, www.movingimageconsulting.com, and subscribe to this channel so that you see everything that we share online. And there's quite a bit of content out there. Take a few minutes to check out the channel.